Hey drummers, it's Drumzrool again, and today what I want to show you guys is a song that Love vs. Hate has called Cowboy Time. It was a song that we wrote for the Dallas Cowboys actually. And again, this is something you can hear on our MySpace page at myspace.com/LVH music. Or you can go to my MySpace page and check it out, which is myspace.com/Drumzrool, DRUMZROOL. The recording of the song, we kind of cut the intro off because it's kind of a long drum intro, and I wanted to go over that with you guys today. And the intro is, the verse and the intro and the main riff of the song is all in 7/8. So it's very interesting, I think so anyway. So there's a couple different concepts that I want to talk about with this song. The first one is the opening riff, or the opening drum fill, or the drum intro. Again, it's in 7/8, so what I'm going to do is play the top part of it without the bass drum, and then I'll bring the bass drum into it. Basically, I'm hitting a tom and a snare at the same time, with bass drum hits in between each of those. So the basic rhythm is 3, 4, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba. So that's the rhythm of the main riff and actually the verse of the song. So I mimic that, or I double that on the drums, and we start that off just like this. So I'm going to do the top part first, and then I'll bring the bass drums in after I show you guys the top part of it. So it starts with the snare drum in this tom, so I'll kind of go slow. 3, 4. Gotta have the little, to start the round, the I spell there. So I'll do it again, still kind of slow, so you guys can see that. So that's the top part of it, and then what I do is, in between each of those, I do 2 hits of the bass drum. Some of them are faster than others. So I'll hit the snare drum in this tom 3 times, and then I'll do a bass drum like a rough in between them. So. I'll do that again. I'll do it again. So there you go. That's the main riff and the intro to Cowboy Time. Now the rhythm of the verse, when the singer starts to sing, I'm doing that on the bass drum and hi-hat and snare, again in 7/8, so it sounds like this. So that's the rhythm with some variations in there. As the verse builds, I start to add some more hi-hats, some hi-hat slips and things like that in there to kind of give it a little bit of a build. Then coming out of the chorus and going back into the main riff, kind of a re-intro. One of my favorite things, and this was kind of a hard thing for me to pick up originally, was that I wanted to keep the hi-hat going on the same pace, but with a 7/8 kind of revolving around it. So every other time it sounds like I'm hitting on the upbeat, or I am hitting on the upbeat of the hi-hat on every other phrase. And then I'm doing the bass drum just to mimic what the guitars are doing, or to double what the guitars are doing. So I'm going to play that for you right now. I'm going to go a little slower at first, and then I'll speed it up a little bit. 3, 4. So that's the rhythm coming out of the chorus and going back into the verse of Cowboy Time. So I'll do that one more time, a little bit closer to speed. 3, 4. I hit the bell, kind of is going into round 2, or the second verse, or the next part of the song. So there you go. There's my explanation of Cowboy Time by Love vs. Hate. And if you guys want to hear the song, check out the MySpace page. Let me know what you think. Hit me up with some comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Till next time, thanks drummers.